Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Something that remunerates. They saved a quarter of all their earnings. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Informal terms for money. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. An open fabric of string or rope or wire woven together at regular intervals. A computer network consisting of a worldwide network of computer networks that use the TCP/IP network protocols to facilitate data transmission and exchange. Yield as a net profit. This sale netted me $1 million. Make as a net profit. Construct or form a web, as if by weaving. Catch with a net. Net a fish. Conclusive in a process or progression. The net result. Remaining after all deductions. Net profit. A goal lined with netting, as in soccer or hockey. A trap made of netting to catch fish or birds or insects. Game equipment consisting of a strip of netting dividing the playing area in tennis or badminton. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Make a profit. Gain money or materially. The company has not profited from the merger. Derive a benefit from. She profited from his vast experience. The advantageous quality of being beneficial. The excess of revenues over outlays in a given period of time, including depreciation and other non-cash expenses. Something won, especially money. Cancel or discharge a debt. Pay up, please. Dedicate. Pay attention to. Convey, as of a compliment, regards, attention, etc., bestow. Don't pay him any mind. Do or give something to somebody in return. Does she pay you for the work you are doing? Something that remunerates. He wasted his pay on drink. Bring in. How much does this savings certificate pay annually? Bear, a cost or penalty, in recompense for some action. You'll pay for this. Be worth it. It pays to go through the trouble. Discharge or settle. Pay a debt. Give money, usually in exchange for goods or services. Make a compensation for. Render. Pay a visit. Something that remunerates. The act of paying for goods or services or to recompense for losses. Adequate remuneration for his work. Something that remunerates. Carry on, wars, battles, or campaigns. Napoleon and Hitler waged war against all of Europe. Something that remunerates. Wages were paid by check. The financial gain, earned or unearned, accruing over a given period of time. A payment made at regular times. Profit that occurs unexpectedly as a consequence of some event not controlled by those who profit from it. The act of making something clean. Baseball. The fourth position in the batting order, usually filled by the best batter on the team. A very large profit. A bonus. Something extra, especially a share of a surplus. A number to be divided by another number. That part of the earnings of a corporation that is distributed to its shareholders, usually paid quarterly. The portion of a company's profit allocated to each outstanding share of common stock. Quick or easy earnings. They are traders out to make a fast buck. Shameful profit. He would sell his soul for filthy lucre. Finance. The net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold. Finance. The net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold. Very funny. A killing joke. An event that causes someone to die. The act of terminating a life. A very large profit. Finance. The net sales minus the cost of goods and services sold. The amount of collateral a customer deposits with a broker when borrowing from the broker to buy securities. A permissible difference, allowing some freedom to move within limits. The boundary line or the area immediately inside the boundary. An amount beyond the minimum necessary. The margin of victory. The blank space that surrounds the text on a page. He jotted a note in the margin. Detailed stylistic instructions for typesetting something that is to be printed. Manual markup is usually written on the copy, e.g. underlining words that are to be set in italics. The amount added to the cost to determine the asking price. Quick or easy earnings. Several things grouped together or considered as a whole. The act of accumulating. An increase by natural growth or addition. Finance. Profits that are not paid out as dividends but are added to the capital base of the corporation. Extra pay awarded to an employee on the basis of merit, especially to school teachers. The lowest wage that an employer is allowed to pay, determined by contract or by law. What is left of your pay after deductions for taxes and dues and insurance, etc. Wages enclosed in an envelope for distribution to the wage earner. Wages enclosed in an envelope for distribution to the wage earner.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.